It's your girl Mac here. This video is gonna be different. I don't even know how to start this video. I want to use my platform here on YouTube to expose, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right word, but speak the truth. And then maybe from my situation or whatever, somebody can get something out of it, I guess, you know, as far as help or recognizing something that's not healthy. So for many of you who know, you know, I had my ex-boyfriend Leo that I was with for about 5 years. I've known him since I was in 7th grade. So him and I broke up in March of 2021. I ended the relationship because I was being controlled. My kids were being controlled. It was a dictatorship. Cameras everywhere in the house, inside the house, outside the house. He literally treated my kids like shit. And it didn't start off that way. There was some trauma going on with his eldest daughter that I believe caused the trauma and caused things to go overboard with the controlling and the dictatorship and, you know, just wanting to control everyone and everything around him. And there were many times when I left. And, you know, when you're in an abusive relationship like that, you know, there's like statistics out there and shit that say that people in abusive relationships like that, it can take them, you know, like over 10 times or whatever, you know, there's statistics out there to finally leave. And I would leave, and then he would kind of reel me back in with, you know, feeling sorry for him, or, you know, just saying he would change, he would be different, all this shit. But you know, what it came down to when I finally left was that I was tired of being controlled. I was tired of my every move being watched. I was tired of feeling like a shitty mom because I was in this relationship with this person who treated my kids terribly. And he treated his own kids like shit as well. So it wasn't just mine. You know what I mean? Like, he's a complete narcissist. So showing love or affection or anything like that, other than to get something out of it, or to make himself feel better, was out of his realm of comprehension, you know. And, you know, I was scared to leave because he was committing fraud using my name, still is, and using my social security number and frauding lots of people. He's still doing it, using a business that he put in my name, the social inspector. That business, technically, under the eyes of the federal government, the state of Kansas, belongs to me. He did that so that he could avoid having to pay child support, so that child support wouldn't know how much money he was actually making. He's banking at least $250,000 a year tax-free because he's refusing to pay the taxes on the money he makes. He's been able to do this because he uses aliases such as Bremer Lego, Lego Bremer, Leo Sparks, Leo King, Jimmy Rex. He has all these aliases to keep paper trails off of his ass and puts everything on me. And so going through court and everything like that, it's hard to find the paper trail to link him to it because he puts everything in my fucking name. And so, you know, I ran out of fucking money to go up against him with a lawyer. He didn't hire a lawyer through the whole process. He was dangling me and my children's possessions over my head for 6 months. 6 months. Dangling it over my head, wanting to play this back and forth game of this is mine, I paid for this, and this, but yet he's claiming he don't have a fucking job, trying to get fucking disability and defrauding the government. And, but yet he's working this social inspector business all by himself, using my name, my social security number, everything. And, he held my possessions over my head. Things that I could not replace. Things that were my dad's. My dad had passed away almost 4 years ago. And things that I can't replace. He still has possessions of mine that were my dad's. That he refused to give back. There was a shotgun that my dad had given to my son like 7-8 years ago for hunting, and supposedly it's lost. Well, you know, he kept that. He kept ashes of my dad from me, and refuses to give them back. That's what kind of person I'm dealing with. That's what kind of person he became. Everything's his. Everything's his. And you know, he kept my makeup from me. I'm gonna put video clip in here of when the first list of property was gone through by my lawyer, and let me rewind a little bit. So he got a restraining order on me so that I wouldn't be able to go to that house and gain access, because he didn't want me going in there and getting my possessions. He didn't want me going in there and getting things that pertain to this business. And so he got a restraining order to keep me away. And so my mom and 2 professional movers, I had to hire a videographer to videotape the entire move. Went there to get my possessions, and he wanted to dispute that my makeup belonged to me. Unless this motherfucker gonna wear makeup, I don't know why the fuck you were disputing it. He wanted to dispute my daughter's possessions, boxes in the basement labeled Carissa's room, because she didn't have her own room. We were in the process of building her a room. And he wanted to dispute that my daughter's possessions were actually in that fucking box, and refused to give them to my mom. He wanted to dispute that paintings that I had painted in fucking high school were not his, just because he wanted one fucking painting that I had painted for him. Excuse my language, but the shit gets me fucking heated. The gray bench, the den, a 3-tier, Chewy's bed. The makeup is all. So that's in dispute.
Yeah. Makeup, the Alex.
That's in dispute.
The tall.
The IKEA white shelf is in dispute.
Yeah.
All the makeup and makeup related items.
They took the filing cabinet.
Oh, they took that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in the makeup stuff.
Okay, so that's disputed.
Yeah.
And the hope chest got taken. Okay. The cricket.
That's in dispute.
In dispute.
Pretty much.
And
I can tell you what's not in dispute because I did it in my room with him.
The faux floral stuff.
Yeah, all of that were...
All this is in dispute?
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube Hutch. And Hutch and YouTube area. And the iPad?
Yeah, all of that stuff I had already sent over to her
Craft supplies.
attorney to ask for clarification because it was generalized or yeah.
All decor item in YouTube area. Boxes and basement belonging to Carissa. They say Carissa's room on them.
Yeah, all of that stuff same.
Even the stuff that says Carissa's room.
Well, I don't know if what's in the box is what's labeled. All of this I've already sent to the attorney, so he's aware of what items I had disputed.
Because we went through the list also, and that's why we have some stuff marked out. So you send a second list?
Well, he asked me for a list, and then I asked him for clarification, and I sent him several messages, like to follow up, and haven't heard anything.
The grain wood cabinet that her and her dad made?
I don't know what cabinet. There's a lot, all of that stuff I had sent to ask for clarification, or
The buffalo check rug on the floor? Down there?
I don't know. Everything on that page is in dispute at the moment.
Really? Do you have copies of what you sent to the attorney?
As far, yeah, I mean,
What's the
it's,
matter? Are you okay?
Huh?
You're shaking like a leaf, man.
Well, I mean, it's just the situation. He asked for something and
Her
haven't
boxes
heard
and stuff,
anything.
her grab bag hauls.
That's all. He asked for a new list, and I was asking questions about everything, and so, I mean, there's been an email sent to him as well as the judge's assistant because I didn't hear anything back. That's in dispute.
All this stuff that she went to the Dollar Tree and bought herself
I don't
is
know.
in dispute.
That basement is full and spread out. That's why.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
If you would have allowed her to come, this probably would have been easier.
Well, it was the judge that said that wouldn't be wise. So, I mean...
Well, if you would have said, okay, I'm sure the judge probably would have went along with you. Because who knows your stuff better than yourself, you know? I'm just a third party.
If the attorney would have replied to the numerous emails, it would have cleared up. I mean, I asked, like, the name of the moving company and everything, so... Did she provide you with my handicap placard that I asked?
Oh, let me call Mom and get it.
If it's in the car, I can get it. I just didn't...
In your car?
No.
In her car?
I didn't know if she had given it to you because I had asked.
No,
of
no,
that
I
too.
forgot. I forgot to get it from her before I left. I'll have her give it to Mom. Oh, I need the handicap placard. Okay, and basically all the stuff in the den and in the garage, in the basement, he is disputing.
I've reached out to the attorney numerous times.
He said he's re-emailed your attorney on stuff, and that he hasn't gotten back to him. He won't let me have any of your makeup. He won't let me have any of your Dollar Tree haul stuff, any of your decor totes. He won't let me have the boxes that say Carissa's room. Yes. So, because we're standing here going over the list, and so yeah, he's disputing all the stuff basically downstairs, because he said he's sent your attorney several emails wanting clarification on stuff, and he's not heard back. Yeah, but, and, you know, I know your attorney's out of town right now. So, but anyways. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll go from there. Bye. Okay. Shut that off so I don't pocket dial somebody. Okay. In the foyer.
Those were in the bags.
Well, can I double check the closet then? Make sure nothing's left behind. Let's check the closet. Make sure nothing's left behind. Well, I can kind of tell if it's girly or not. Do you have any pink jacket? Anything that says pink on it that you wear?
Real men wear pink.
Real men wear pink. Holy smokes.
That's either my stuff or items that were on the list as far as needing clarification.
Yeah. I'm going to take a picture of this. Can you also?
Hilarious. I'm actually vaccinated, but
That means they're following you.
yeah.
Tracked you.
Your mic, even when you turn your battery off. Or why you think they got rid of the removable battery?
All that stuff, iPads.
Those are
Everything.
That's included in like the paintings and stuff that we're still talking about.
I know for a fact that she did these. Come on,
I
Leo.
know that, but I tried to resolve all this yesterday with the attorney.
Are you disputing that she painted this?
The thing is
Are you disputing that she painted this?
she asked for
Are you
all
disputing
of the
that she
paintings,
painted
and
this?
there's one painting in dispute.
Yeah.
So that
No, the
would-
Royals one.
The attorney never said that it was agreed that I get to keep that. So
Yeah,
everything,
you do. You do.
I haven't heard from the attorney on that. So
Well, I got the list that the attorney approved and stuff, and it says you keep the Royals painting. I know for a fact that she painted this in school.
I'm not
And
saying
you
she
do too.
didn't paint it, but when you say a generalized list and there's one item for dispute, if I don't hear anything,
But
I'm
they
sorry.
can't. It's Leo.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If the attorney sent you anything approving that I kept that, I never got it. So I have to act on that we're still in communication with the items. I tried to communicate with the attorney numerous times.
Leo, this is me. Look at me.
I know.
Look at me. You tell me she did not paint
There's no
this.
reason for this. It's in dispute.
No, absolutely. There is no reason for this. You know she painted this and she's supposed to get her paintings back.
She asked for all the paintings, though. And one of them she did for me
Yeah.
that I asked for, and there hasn't been any
Well,
communication.
there's lots of stuff that she's
I know.
back and forth that you're not giving her. So, come on.
What I have approved, I've approved.
Come on,
Otherwise,
Leo.
it's not supposed to leave. That's what
Man up and let her have her paintings that she painted
there's gonna be
herself.
demeaning
Please.
talk, then it's
Please.
gonna be
I'm not demeaning. I'm saying
You said act
please.
like a man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm acting like
Man up.
okay,
be an adult.
It's in dispute because I haven't heard back from the attorney. I mean, you can hang it back. Why would you throw it?
Okay. I can't believe you, Leo. After all these years that we've friended you and treated you like a son.
I've been living with this shit. He's been taking up real estate up in here for 2 years with this shit. That he's out running around doing whatever the fuck he wants. Not having to worry about money because he's frauding all these home inspectors. Using aliases and getting these people to fucking believe that he's somebody that he is not. And, you know, when you drain your fucking inheritance to fight somebody in court and then you run out of money, it's like, what do you do? And so You know, I would put it on the back burner and then it would come back up in my head. And I'm like, oh God, he's taking up real estate. I can't sleep. I can't do this, you know, and I keep trying to push through it and not want to be one of those people that sounds like a bitter baby mama or whatever and coming out here on the internet and just blasting shit. But apparently that's what you have to fucking do to get shit to stop. And so that's what I am doing. That's what I'm going to do. If it comes down to a bunch of home inspectors suing my ass because of him, then it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I lived in that household with him keeping me under his thumb, doing all kinds of illegal shit, selling drugs, frauding all these home inspectors, frauding child support, frauding the government, trying to get on disability, all this shit. And I have all the proof to prove that he's not who he say he is, that he's using my name. And the only way I feel like I can get people to pay attention to this shit is by doing what I'm doing right now. You know, I wish I could sit here and go through the timeline of events in chronological order, but I can't. I can just pick things out here and there. You know, but I am going to insert, you know, clips from the videographer that was there at this move, and you be the judge. You be the judge of what kind of person that is. Because I don't feel that I'm wrong in that. I also have the entire conversation that we had when I left him. That was almost an hour long on tape, because one thing that he had taught me, unless there's audio or video, it didn't happen. And so when I had made my plan to get out, I knew when I left that situation that put my phone on record and stick it in my damn pocket, because that was the only way I was going to prove shit. And then, you know, when I left, I tried to expose this shit, and he was able, because I couldn't go into the home because of his fake ass restraining order, he took my iPad that was at his house, hacked into it, changed the recovery phone number to his own, changed the password so that I wouldn't know what it was, and went in and started locking me out of my emails, locking me out of my Google account, logging me out of my Apple account, locking me out of everything so that I couldn't access anything. But one thing that I didn't realize was when I left, I had taken a laptop that he had given to me. And after, God, I don't remember how long it was, but it was a couple months, I would say, of having this laptop. I was on it one day and I was like, I'm not tech savvy, okay? I record all my videos on my phone. I edit it all on my phone. And that's even like I feel like, you know, on top of the world that I can do that. But I'm not tech savvy. He is. But anyway, this laptop that he had given to me was his before he gave it to me. Well, he didn't delete anything off of it. And that's when I stumbled upon the client list, how much he was charging everybody per month. That's when I stumbled upon all the documents where he was forging my name and sending it off to different government agencies, all kinds of shit. And that's where I found that I was the owner of his company, 100% owner of his company, but yet I was getting zero funds from it. He was pocketing it all through Square Business. And I'm going to expose this dude. So, you know, to the home inspectors that are working with him, I'm sorry for you. You know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this the best way that I can, but you know what? I didn't sign up for this shit. I didn't ask for this shit. I would hope as a business owner that you would check into who you are doing business with. And if you're not, and you want to go with somebody like Leo, who's a scammer, who's scamming you, that's something you need to take up with him, not with me. I have nothing to do with this. And I ain't trying to have the IRS come to my fucking door and levy my fucking bank accounts because of him. And that's exactly what this is boiling down to. I ain't about to go to jail for him. He needs to go to jail for his own actions. He's frauded me just like he did all these other home inspectors. And you guys, I guess I just want this to be a video of a lesson, and also for me to have a voice of what really happened, what was really going on. I just can't believe I put myself in that situation and put my kids in that situation. And you'll see what I mean. As I upload all this stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's hard dealing with a complete narcissist. It's hard when you want to be this honest, trustworthy person, but yet the person you're with, everything they do is a lie. And you have to constantly lie for them. And I got tired of it. I got tired of living this fake lie of a life. Because I like being an honest person. I like doing things the honest, hardworking way. But there's scammers out there. There's people that want to, screw other people over. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Maybe somebody that watches this, maybe this helps them. Maybe there's somebody out there that can help me out, too. Be like, hey, have you tried doing this? Have you tried doing that? But I gotta expose it. Because I ain't about to go to jail and miss out on my kids for nobody. Especially for something that I didn't fucking do. And y'all will see what I mean. Or hear it, whatever. But yeah, that's what the next couple uploads are going to be about, you guys. And I'm sorry that I'm taking away from what my channel really is, but you guys, this is the only platform I have besides my my Facebook, whatever, to expose this shit. And it's been taking up real estate in my head for almost 2 years. I don't want to live scared of exposing the truth, because then I feel like I'm living a lie just like he is. And I can't do that anymore. It's been fucking with my head. And putting me in dark places. When you feel like you can't, that even though you made it out, you can't escape. I can't tell you how long it took me to finally get over the fear of him knowing where I was. Because he had me down on, tracking devices, all kinds of shit, constantly, tracking me. Constant, there were sensors on the fucking closet, sensors on the door, sensors on the windows, cameras inside the house, cameras outside the house, everywhere, so that he could watch every little thing that every single person in that household was doing. And then when I left, every time I would open my front door and walk out it, I thought, it would cross my mind, I better tell him where I'm going because he's going to know I left the house. And then I would go, why the fuck are you thinking that? Why are you thinking that? He don't know. He's not here. There's no cameras. Every single time. And that went on for like a year. That I felt that way every time I unlocked my fucking front door. In my own house. After I left that situation. And I think for a long time I thought in my head there was no way out. That because of, being in your late 30s, it's hard to start over, whatever, because of past trauma with past relationships that I was just damaged, that I didn't deserve better than that. And having Lyme disease on top of that, and nobody not wanting and feeling like nobody's going to want to put up with that when you get sick. Nobody in their right mind, right? And so you just stay and hope that things will get better or things will change. I will say one thing that spoke volumes was when I left and I was talking to my cousin Paula. She said that she could tell just from the videos I was uploading on YouTube during that time that my kids were unhappy and that I was unhappy. She could tell. The kids didn't smile. They didn't really say much. And then it took her saying that, and I was looking, you know, I would go back and watch old videos, and I'm like, fuck. She's right. Like, look at the Christmas one. They're just sitting there. They're not smiling. It's not like, now I look at it, you know, Christmas now, you look at Christmas over the past, you know, last year's video, and it's night and day. I just know that I'm a good person. I'm a good mom. And I may have not done the right thing for a while by my kids. And I gotta live with that. But hopefully, you know, I can make up for it with them. And hopefully they know that I didn't have it in me for a long time. But I'm thankful for where me and my kids are at now. My kids are successful. They're prospering. They're doing their thing. You know, they're adults now. I don't know what else to put in here. You guys, I guess I can always make another video. I get it if some people want to hate me for this or the way I'm doing things. But I'm doing things, I guess, the only way I can see how right now. Especially when you try and you're emailing this agency, you're emailing this agency, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're filling out this fraud report, you're filling out this, and nothing comes of it. So I'm going to have to take it to a more personal level. And that's what this is. I'm going to use my platform to expose this shit. Because I ain't going to jail for fucking nobody. Especially for something that I didn't fucking do. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's all I have right now. I'm just gonna leave it with that. And I'm sorry this is coming to, my channel's come to this, you know, like, exposure channel or whatever, but I gotta do what I gotta do, you guys. I guess sound off in the comments or something like that if you have any advice. You going through a similar situation. You just want somebody to talk to about this shit. Yeah. All right. I'm done.